A non-governmental organization known as the Coalition Against the World Health Organization, international health regulations, and equity international initiatives are gathered here to call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to act swift in writing a letter of rejection to World Health Organization seeking power over the sovereignty of Nigerians in the application of healthcare measures, an amendment of Articles 1, 2, 3, 13, 13A, 23, 34, and 36, among others. Speaking at a press conference in Lagos State, representative of the Foundation for African Cultural Heritage, Dr. Obi-Dati Ide, said the 307 new amendments being negotiated covers many areas of the domestic life of Nigerians that should not be controlled by people outside the country.
These decisions that turned out to be harmful took place in the setting of minimal powers by the WHO, wielding and using its position of trust to get governments to follow its recommendations. Now, I ask you, if you hand more power, significant power, to a body that has proven that it cannot be trusted, and I want to make it clear that a lot of the interventions that the WHO pushed that turned out to be harmful were interventions that the WHO itself has reviewed and confirmed were not going to be helpful in a pandemic in 2019.
She said the amended articles does not have any benefit to Nigeria and only leading to a stifling of the voice of the people.
President Tinubu doesn't have to sign anything. He doesn't have anything to sign. There's nothing signed. Nigeria, as it stands, has adopted these changes. He has to write to say, no, we reject these amendments. Silence is acquiescence. He doesn't write a letter. We are bound by those amendments adopted last year.
And called on the president to write to the World Health Organization rejecting the amendments to the IHRS adopted in May 2022.
The delegates at the World Health Assembly adopt the amendments and they become law if you do not write to reject it. So it is an automatic assent unless you deliberately reject.
Convener of the press conference and human rights activist Achike Chude, while calling on President Tinubu to, as a matter of urgent public importance, reject the amendment articles, said Africans, especially Nigerians, have been misled over the years in signing some documents and agreements that were not favorable to its citizens.
Another one is that health documents for travel will be digital form. They will determine how it will be. Then only health documents approved by the World Health Organization will be acceptable for travel. So Nigeria cannot, or any other African country, any other country cannot say, we have assessed this. This is acceptable and approve it. The World Health Organization must approve. When any other country has approved, they have a right to say, no, this is not acceptable. This is absolutely dangerous to us as a people. So we need to know what we're doing.
These IHRS and its amendment come into force 18 months after they are adopted, unless the amendment is rejected by the leaders of a member state. That is, they become legally binding on nations without the need of parliamentary or executive input from member states.
We are here just with one message, calling on the president not to give his signatures to that document. You see, we need to start interrogating processes that has led to institutional failures. We need to start interrogating our health system. Most of the things that happened during the so-called COVID-19 pandemic, most of them are questionable. Most of them are questionable. And so we are here today not just to tell us about this thing, because I'm sure most of you may not be aware, and that is how most Nigerians are not even aware. And so this is like a public outcry, creating awareness so that you go back, help us within the media space to tell this story. We just have, just like what you said, from now till till 30th of November to ensure that this thing gets to the attention of the president, because if it doesn't get to the attention of the president, he will apparently sign and Nigeria is done for.
The coalition is calling on the president to act on or before December 1st, 2023 and reject agreements that were not favorable to its citizens.